Let's crack straight into Star Atlas. It's we're doing good on time. Hey, see, I've got it working. Big Star Atlas. There was a dirty great big meeting last night. Metaverse. Did you go to that?
There was a what meeting?
Dirty great big meeting last night.
What? No, I didn't. I didn't know that. What happened?
Oh, I don't know. There was Twitter Space with Hippo Cryptic. There was Interstellar Alliance, Santi. They had a whole heap
Oh,
of.
that was sorry. That was this morning. I was there. It was this morning for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, this morning I thought it might have been. Like, I didn't check the exact time. So were you there at the? How did that go? What was that about?
Yeah, yeah, it was good. It was basically a hypocryptic fielding questions with Santi, and like actually, it was great representation from all of the major decks that I know. We had Rome Guild, Banana DAO, Arcade, a new kind of group coming onto the scene. Myself from Aphia, Interstellar Alliance. There was a lot of us. So basically, we just talked about the state of DAX, why we need DAX, why you should or shouldn't be in a DAC, would it be beneficial later on? Small speculation here and there, and Santi kind of fielding questions from the crowd. It wasn't anything. No alpha was leaked, I think. But one thing that they did say that is super important. So we all know the trailer that came out that they said was gameplay.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. The air quotes gameplay.
Yeah, yeah. So we questioned them on this, and they actually came back and said, yes, this actually is gameplay because someone was controlling that ship.
Questions
So they
who?
said
So
that,
was this
yeah.
Santi? This was from the horse's mouth, our Argentinian friend.
No, it wasn't straight from Santi. It was from someone else. It was from who was it? I forget his name, but the overall consensus was like, oh shit, that actually was gameplay. But to me, it's still not because we have to see that person controlling it.
No, not
Otherwise,
necessarily. I guess if it's looking away, that's the first I've heard of it. So if he's controlling it and he's landing the ship, you're not necessarily seeing what he's seeing at the time. It's just a third person view of it, maybe.
yeah, yeah. It was probably like like a developer mode where they would zoom out the camera while the other person is just playing, and then they're recording it from a zoomed out, like we see in Illuvium. But yeah, so that was the major kind of bomb that they dropped. And the rest of the conversation was actually very constructive. We went for 2 hours. It was scheduled to go for 1 hour, but we had really great input from the field. And of course, we talked about the new timeline that the new official roadmap that they put out.
Yeah,
They
we've
really knew
we've got a new acronym. It's Spooge. What's the new acronym again?
cream, the cream.
Cream.
Love
Um,
the sponge.
so we had 2 hours. There must have been some. Like, that's awesome. I love it. It's good to have the DAOs and DAX and the guilds that are going to be in this metaverse. There's going to be millions of dollars in this game, so everyone's going to be playing nice now. But this is super early. So super early is once money's on the table, and I'm taking metaverse as ships. Things are going to get unfriendly.
You keep saying that, but we'll see. We'll see when it actually happens. Remember, I got a big guild behind me, man.
Yes, no, but it is good. So what else came out of the? What else came out of that then? Metaverse.
Yeah, so we're looking at Cream at the moment, which is the acronym is Crafting Recipes Enabled After Mining. And I basically did a video on this as well. And they've kind of structured all the different aspects of the mini game into this one phase, into Cream. So there's like 5 different points that look at the mining structures and then the space station constructions, as well as the resources and supply chain crafting. So like when you say all these things, they're all different things that require their own kind of small ecosystems for them to function all together into the mini game. Yeah, we talked about that a bit, and that was about it. We know there's more ships coming on sale now. Not now, but like very, very soon.
Yeah, so is there a timeline for the new ships? Because obviously the old ships, for people that haven't been looking at Star Atlas, and even last week on one of my later videos, I said the Jet would be the one that went up next, and it did. It went up another 10%. All of the Atlas is holding up super well compared to Bitcoin getting shit on, Solana getting shit on. Like Atlas and Polis are still holding fairly well. So people are confident with Star Atlas at the moment.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the basic underlying method that people are doing is that the ships are priced in Atlas. So if the ship it was priced at $2,000 worth of Atlas and Atlas starts going down, you can now buy a ship for 1.8k in that same Atlas before the team readjusts this price. So instead of purchasing a ship for 2k, they'll just go and buy the ship for 1.8k in Atlas. So they basically just save money. And remember, you actually earn Atlas based on the ship's 2k dollar value worth. So that's probably one of the reasons why we're still seeing it keep staying up all the time. And of course, the other reason is that the game is called Star Atlas. The token is called Atlas. So the people that don't actually know just go straight into Atlas instead of Polis.
Yeah, and it's interesting. Look, for again, not financial advice, but I see huge value in Polis at the moment. I've topped up. I'm converting all of my daily Atlas into Polis. I know that's one of the current strategies. Basic three strategies at the moment is people either convert Atlas to Polis, put the Atlas back into ships, or cash out and take some profit. So it's not a bad thing to cash out and take profit, seeing as the coin has held up fairly well. Some people want to realize that gain and convert it to USDC or convert it to another currency or put it in FTT. There's a multitude of ways you can work on that.
Yeah, nothing's wrong with realizing profit, guys. If you're happy with your ships and you're happy with the small ROI it gives you, nothing's wrong with taking it out.
Just one other thing, boys, with the phase one on the roadmap, one of the ones that's in progress at the moment is the metaverse usernames. So I'm hoping they go with Bonfida, but I'm feeling like they may go a different way.
They won't. Look, I would think they should. If you were to look at the community for the people that have been in Solana for the last 6 months, when did the bone feeder naming system come about? Was it 6 months ago?
I'd have to be that.
But thereabouts. So anyone that's been in the system for a while has got a .sol domain name. I've got Barndog. Metaverse has got several. Sixon's got them eventually. Killer Machines. Yeah. So we buy our gaming tags. So Star Atlas, it sounds like they're going to go to not a voting, an on-chain auction style for names, which would just be fucking horrible.
Yeah, if they do that, that is bad. Like, if you don't support the naming service that is kind of the backbone at the moment,
it's the Solana name. Yeah,
grab.
And it's a sandbag. It's feeder. It should be what's doing it. We are seeing a lot of people tying up with Bone Feeder, and some of the naming services and things that are coming out are pretty awesome.
Yeah, I would recommend that anyone that doesn't have a Solana domain name, and if you're active in Solana, you should just get one. Even just on the off chance, from the speculation that they might do an airdrop for some kind of token. I don't think they will. I have no information that they will. But ENS has been a giant airdrop for people, and Terra also did their TNS airdrop. So it seems like all the layer ones have all the domain names, and they're all doing their airdrops. So it's nice. Just get one, and it's much easier to type out than your long string of addresses.
Yeah.
In regards to phase one, that Killing Machine was saying, I think in this morning what they were saying, I think it was 28th of January we should be getting that, and then 3rd of Feb is the DAO voting, but is the DAO staking. But of course, that might be delayed. We have no idea.
So end of month for naming, and beginning of Feb for, obviously it was the 3rd, I believe, for the DAO staking. But I mean, sentiment is it'll likely be late. We expect it to be late, and that's not a bad thing. Like Vincent just said too, with the Sol names, Digital Eyes accepts it, and I'm pretty sure Magic Eden do as well. You can actually see the domain name.
Yeah, they've only just started, so just on the phase one as well. All we've got left in phase one is the usernames and the Polis DAO. That's the only two things left in phase one that haven't been completed as yet before we move to phase two, which is obviously Cream.
Spooge. So some of the acronym names have changed as well. Metaverse, you put on your video. Mushrooms changed to something else.
Yeah, that's right. So in phase 5, which we were kind of assuming, everyone is kind of assuming that it was the main game because it was 5 or 4 years away. There were two secret what do you call it, modules. One was Apple Core and something else. But now they both seem to have disappeared, and we have a new secret one, which is called Project Rose Garden. And this is the first UE5 playable modules and the home base. So I assume it's both of them combined.
So we've shit canned. I have. I've personally sat here and shit canned Star Atlas. I still think they need to be a bit more open and answer some decent questions at AMAs and stuff. It'd be cool to see how the AMAs go up this year. But really, the sentiment is positive from everything I've seen. And I've been positive. They've given people money. They've over delivered in their score tier 0. And it is awesome to see that the coin is holding up well, and people that have invested money have done well. They did an NFT drop for holding your posters. You got $100 NFT for nothing.
Just on that as well, man. If you remember when they first released the posters, they said there would be ongoing NFTs
No.
for poster holders.
Initially, they said that was it. You'd get your first, you'd get the launch, but then it was probably 2 to 3 months later, they said that there could be potentially. He teased it and said that there could be potentially further down the track. So they never locked into being guaranteed 100%. It was more of a thing out there to create potential trading on the posters, I thought.
I just wish they had been more upfront with the staking. They should have said before the ships release, said, look, we're going to give you a flat 10% on your ship value, and go nuts, fellas. Like, would have changed how many I bought.
No, you can't, because they didn't have the figures. Like, better to over deliver than under deliver as well. What if they came under what they said? Then there'd be people headhunting again. So I worked at Kentucky Fried Chicken for 6 years, and chicken would take 14 minutes to cook and a couple of minutes to prepare. You'd tell people it'd be 20 minutes, but if you gave it to them in 16 minutes, then they'd be happy.
I can tell you right now, since you stopped working at KFC, the drive-through has slowed.
Not the same anymore.
So better to over deliver than under deliver, and it's good they did that, I think, because it brought back positive sentiment.
It definitely did. I didn't bother registering barndog.sol in the end, so.
Could you fit that in? Did you actually try it?
Yeah, I did. I did, and then I didn't bother bidding on it. I started the bid and then lost interest.
So you didn't win the bid then, because you must have checked it eventually.
No, I didn't actually put a bid in. You know how you could start.
Oh, you can. Yeah. Start the auction. Yeah, I see. I love it. So, bone feeder naming service. If you don't have one, consider getting it. There's going to be a lot of games coming in. Shit, I'm looking at DeFi Land. My cows on the side here. I obviously play that. You can send things to and from wallets. It's a really good way of managing multiple wallets as well.
Oh, definitely. I mean, how much easier it is for us nowadays? Like, we sort of send a bit between each other, and you never check in addresses, and you don't have to worry about it. And if you start a new wallet, you can just send your name to your new wallet, and it automatically, if someone sends something to it, it automatically goes there. It's the best thing they've done.
So, any more hot news, Metaverse, for Star Atlas? I mean, it's pretty cool. Like, the sentiment's great.
Yeah, sentiment has been good so far. I just want to highlight, look at how the sentiment has changed. Not long ago, not even 2 months ago, ships were selling at like a 30 to 40% discount to what they were worth. But now you can't find a ship at MSRP. They're all 10, 20, 30% above the MSRP. Isn't that for me, that's, I don't know. It's so weird that crypto moves so fast, and that people's thinking and thought process can change so quickly. I mean, I was always bullish on Star Atlas, and sometimes I did feel like I got shitted on. But at the end of the day, like, I didn't leave, and I was able to benefit from this. So I think, yeah, go.
The thing is, though, this is crypto. This is both DeFi and gaming in together. If you pay us, you're going to keep us content. But it was good to see you go negative, because you were shilling them. You didn't notice it, but you were. I didn't sell anything that I'd bought previously beforehand, but I delayed buying another medium ship on the way they acted, and I still am not happy personally. I'm more of a traditional gamer, and I haven't been in crypto as long as you. So the money side, I still have emotion connected to games. So for anybody that doesn't know about my Aurora experience, they can go and eat a big fat dick. As far as I'm concerned, I'll never buy an Aurorian based on the way they launched the game. And as a traditional gamer, if you shit on the gamers and you don't actually have a good launch, then you might lose. You'll fear to lose those people. But crypto's different. Crypto gamers and people that have been in it for a long time, if you make us rich, then people stay with the game, so that they over-delivered and people are now earning money, and it's created that positive flip. But do you not still think that they need to sit down and answer honest questions in AMAs?
Oh, fuck yeah! Of course they do. They need to have a non-curated AMA with someone who's totally independent and asks tough questions that they might not have prepared for the week before.
And
That
do you
has to happen.
do you think that's going to happen?
Maybe a 60% chance, maybe.
So-
maybe not.
Who's got the balls to go out there and do it? Like there is nobody that's going to do it because they won't take those calls. They won't do those AMAs.
Yeah.
They've proven that. They've been curated for the last 6 months, and even when it was at the height of the people calling for their heads, just wanting answers, they did a small announcement in a private shelled room, and then that didn't hit the mainstream media for ages. Like, you've got to be open and honest. If things fuck up, who cares? As long as you're open and honest. Like, one good thing about Aurora not good thing, but when they did their 5 Solana launch, they really messed up their own programming, and the contracts were meant to be 5 Solana for the purchase. And I was talking to someone about this the other day, Coffee Attack in Discord. That made a bad launch even worse because the bots got more because they made the NFT price 1/5 of the cost. And there was 4 of us online trying to get an NFT. None of us got one. So it's not a way to deliver. So as long as you come out, be honest. Oh, look, we messed up, guys. We did these private arrangements with deals with people behind your back. Power to the people, stick it to the man. They've become the man, and they haven't owned up and actually fought and owned up to that. They need a smacked bottom.
I find they're kind of a bit like Blizzard. So Blizzard used to be a gaming company full of gamers where everyone that was there played games. And then they turned into a business. And then they stopped making games for people that wanted to play games and started making games to make money. And it didn't work.
Agreed. And, this is, I really hope that they do get onto some kind of a Rome, a Fear, and Metaverse. I'll put the challenge out there. Like, if they come to you guys, and I know you want to be professional with it all, but you need to get a free thinker there to ask, look, get me on stage. I won't have rums that night. I'll make sure I'm sober. But they need to actually answer some tough questions in a peer stage. They can't just have these curated things and expect to be decentralized. We need to make decentralized decentralized.
Decentralized is a myth.
It is,
Yeah.
because it's all led by money and led by the big dogs. But, any closing thoughts on Star Atlas? We can always talk about Star Atlas later on, but we will try and keep our schedule tonight. Our guest is here and ready to go. Fire Metaverse. Any closing thoughts?
Nothing else to add. I'm just happy that I'm still earning my Atlas and that I can still buy my resources and buy more ships. And I'm just waiting.
I like it. I reckon it's been great. So my closing thoughts are I've done it on stream tonight. I do my dailies. I love my dailies. Once this week, I ran out of food in one of my ships and I wasn't earning money.
Oh, no, man. You got to get on top of that.
That's right.
Was this one of my ships I sent you?
No.
Earning the money? Oh, okay, all right.
It was.
You won't do your dailies, the day you're behind. Remember?
It is.
Yeah.
You've got to. This is the thing about these ships is that if you're getting ships that need food after 20 hours, you need to make sure it's worthwhile. So I still don't think the $20 ships, which are now $24, I still don't think they're worth just one by itself. You've got to have multiples to make it viable.
Oh, yeah. Are you just out of curiosity? I've seen other people doing this strategy. Are you not flipping your ships to the higher tiers just to make it a bit more convenient for you? Because all the ships are selling for a higher amount than what they're worth.
No, I don't. There's too much ass work for me. I just keep what I've got, and because I bought extra, so I'll link them in Discord. I bought extra X4s, I bought extra jets, and the lads gave me an X5 each from Posters. Killer Machine gave me one of his jets and one of his X4s, I believe.
Oh, nice, lucky man! Look at all these people giving you stuff. I do have one more thing that I forgot to talk about in Star Atlas. This is from this morning that I found out. So you guys know the season fleet and the veteran fleet, or the badges that we get. So I just found this out this morning. They were actually there. So they were going to be simply cosmetic. They will not be giving you any buffs. They will not be reducing your resource costs, nothing like that. So at first, they were just going to make it a picture on the website there, and everyone got a bit upset and said, "Why? Why is this cosmetic? And we can't even claim it later on. We can just take a picture of it. It has to be an NFT." Because before it wasn't an NFT. Now we're going to be airdropped badges, if it's a season fleet, veteran fleet, or whatever the names are, to actually come to your wallet. So, yeah.
But
very
badges,
nice.
so badges that will what? You'll put them on your pilot suit and get
Cosmetic
buffs?
only. Yep.
Oh, cosmetic, so not actual in-game buffs.
No buffs at all. They are cosmetic only.
Ah.
I thought they
Yeah.
were buffs.
Yeah, I know. I was hoping there would be buffs too, but
So what
it's cosmetic only. He confirmed it this morning.
What about the theory then that when they go to university, train and upgrade together, they become a better crew?
Don't know. Have they
That's
even
what I
thought
thought
about
it
all
was.
of that now? I don't think they've even reached that part yet.
I'll be wearing my FTX badge, my Radium badge, my Atlas badge, my Phantom badge. I'm going to be badged up on all my gear.
+1 armor.
Yep.
All right, let's continue on to our next
Get our
subject. Yeah.
guest.
So I was just trying to get our extra links. Oh, look at that. Steamboat's going for it. Steamboat is our guest tonight. Now, I've got tabs. I'm trying to get it in. Steamboat, I believe I have sent you the thing. You'll get a green bar across your screen.
Yeah, but I reckon the season fleet should have been your crew XP working together and vice versa. That's what they should have went
Yeah,
with.
that's what initially everyone thought, and that's like I thought that's what it would go to. Everyone in your fleet would all be leveling up together, but no.
But and
they
think of
decided-
that is there's nothing stopping them adding it down the track.
Yeah,
Hopefully
that's
they do.
true.
If they're tracking it now, it's the same as when they first did the rebirth posters. They didn't that was it. You were getting your $64 of value, which now down the track is $120 worth of value or whatever it is now. But it's not something that it's one of those sleeper events, and I'll say it often is a sleeper event is going to be something that a game can just do if they've got a low period of time over a month. They'll go, oh, it's going to cost us a couple of $100,000. We'll just do an NFT drop for everybody. And bang, it's done. It doesn't cost them that amount of money. What's it cost? $3,000 to do an NFT drop?
Yeah, something like that.
Solana.